Chers auditeurs,
Dear listeners,
bonjour.
welcome to Comme d'Archi Podcast Season 5.
Saison 5, dans le monde fascinant des architectes.
And in the architectural projects.
Je suis Anne-Charlotte Deponte, passionnée d'architecture et docteur des universités en histoire de l'archi.
I am one of the spokespersons of Anne-Charlotte, who is a PhD in architecture history.
Merci.
Thank you
D'être avec moi aujourd'hui.
to be with us today.
Et
And
maintenant,
now,
lundi en français, place au talent.
and Wednesday, let's talk projects. In English, of course.
Bienvenue dans Comme d'Archi.
Dear listeners, it's a pleasure to meet you today with Mr. Philipp Auer and Mr. Moritz Auer. Hello, Philipp and Moritz, and welcome to Comme d'Archi. You are the principals of the German architectural firm Auer Weber. Your two offices are based in Germany, one in Munich, one other in Stuttgart. Thank you very much for your presence for this remote Comme d'Archi interview. You are architects and your approach focuses mainly on public facilities and among them sports facilities, which is of great interest to us today on the eve of the 2024 Olympic Games. For this event, you delivered the Vers-sur-Marne Water Sports Center as commissioning architects in association with Octan Architecture. We'll be broadcasting a special issue this summer on this vast project, which you'll probably also be mentioning here. But to begin with, a few strange questions. Do you enjoy the pleasures of the table? What are your favorite dishes? Do you have any special memories? We want to start?
Look, maybe I want to start. My name is, or shall we introduce ourselves? My name is Moritz Auer. I enjoy very much to have dinner with my family and with my friends and with colleagues. And I like various cuisines all around the world. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I can say, and what I like most, you asked, are steamed liver. It's Venetian liver, so steamed steamed with onions and with a polenta. It's one of my favorites. Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm Philipp Auer, the brother of Moritz, who was speaking first. We are not the only principals. So Moritz and me are 2 out of a number of 5 principals of the office. Yes, you asked for the favorite dishes. And of course, I love good food.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love cooking. For me, it doesn't have to be this sort of culinary excellence. So I don't go very often to sort of Michelin restaurants or something like this. For me, it's perfect if I have a good spaghetti aglio olio with peperoncini and Parmigiano, and this is wonderful for me. It's very cheap, but very good. Or the first asparagus in spring is also something very cool. I make crepes to go with it. That's a special thing we do at home. And the combination of this aroma of boiling asparagus and the crepe in the pan is sort of also a memory that makes me always long for spring, in the long German winter times.
Okay, thank you. So now let's start at the beginning and take a look at your journey. Indeed, the Auer Weber story began in 1980 with the partnership of architects Fritz Auer and Carlo Weber. Both had previously been partners at Benisch und Partner and had worked as project managers on the 1972 Olympic Games complex. But what interests me is your more individual, personal desire of architecture. How was your childhood? How did your desire for architecture start? Perhaps in your childhood, what did you study? And when and how did you start to your activity? Who wants to start?
I think we had a very light-hearted childhood, and we lived in both cities where our offices now are located.
Retrouvez l'intégralité de cet épisode sur Apple Podcast, Acast, Deezer, Spotify.